Hi guys, my name's Sanjay Gupta. I'm a cardiologist in York. A lot of you probably know me from all the videos I do on the subject of palpitations. And what I did today was I thought I'm actually sitting up waiting to watch the big fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I'm part and parcel of Team Pacquiao, and I wish Manny Pacquiao all the best. And I think it's a fight between a good fighter and a good man, and I hope the good man prevails. So good luck, Manny Pacquiao. Now, whilst I was waiting for the fight, I thought I'd do a couple of just answer a few questions that have been put to me by people who've been watching my blogs. And what I've thought is I'll probably try and do this every week, so you can send me any questions you want answering, and I'll try and do a video at the end of every week in which I'll try and answer your questions. So the way you can get in touch with me is you can go to this website, send me a message, and then what I'll try and do is answer the question in a video blog. So I had a few messages this week. The first message, and the most common thing I've had, is about magnesium when you're trying to treat palpitations. And a lot of people have asked me, what preparation of magnesium should one use? And I actually contacted our pharmacy to see what works best. And what we use is magnesium aspartate, ASPARTATE, magnesium aspartate. And they come in little sachets, and you can take one sachet twice a day. Okay, and if you take it for a week to 2 weeks and see how you feel on it, that should work. Some people have asked me whether just soaking in Epsom salts, which contain magnesium, can help, and sure, they can help, but I think that really initially what you want to do is take the magnesium supplementation orally. Now, a few people said that they had started taking the magnesium supplementation and they did feel better on it, but then the magnesium upset their stomach, and they wanted to know if there's any other alternative that you can use. And yes, there is. There are certain diuretics, which are magnesium and potassium sparing diuretics. One of them is called amiloride. And if you take amiloride, what that does is stop excretion of magnesium, and thereby you have more magnesium left in your body. Obviously, the easiest thing is to try and avoid processed foods and eat lots of leafy vegetables, and that can help as well. So that was the question about magnesium. Someone else contacted me and said they'd been getting diarrhea, and they wanted to know whether the diarrhea could cause their ectopics. And absolutely yes, diarrhea can cause ectopics. Why? Because when you have diarrhea, you're losing a lot of magnesium and potassium through the fluid loss, and then you become magnesium deplete, and that will undoubtedly increase ectopy or increase the irritability of the heart. So the answer is yes, but all you need to do is wait for the diarrhea to settle, keep yourself replenished with your electrolytes and fluids. The third question I had was relating to someone who was getting a lot of ectopy and said, well, do you think I'm doing any damage to my heart by getting all these ectopics? And the answer is, if you were getting, say, over 25% of all your heartbeats were ectopics, then in the long run, over many years, there's a likelihood that the heart can weaken, okay? But if your ectopic burden is less than 25% of the recording, so basically what we're saying, that if 1 in every 4 beats is an ectopic and that just continues throughout, then yes, there's a possibility that the heart can weaken, and that number of ectopics then warrants something doing to it. On the other hand, if you're getting ectopics, say, a few here and there, then no, it will not cause any damage to your heart. Similarly, people ask me whether they could drop down dead, and absolutely not. You're not going to drop down dead, particularly if you have a structurally normal heart. And that's why I really suggest that it's important to get an echocardiogram and have that defined. And if you have a normal echocardiogram and your heart looks structurally normal, then it is highly unlikely that anything bad will happen to you. And and again, every person I've spoken to this week talked to me about how they had a healthcare anxiety, how they'd lost someone that was close to them at a young age, and that had resulted in them getting more anxious about their health. And then the ectopics came on, and this is not uncommon, but it is really important to bear in mind that ectopics themselves are not uncommon. I mean, if I took 100 people, 100 normal people with no symptoms and did a Holter on them, 99 of them will have some form of ectopic, a few ectopics on their 24-hour ECG. They're not abnormal. However, the sensation of them, or being so sensing them to the extent that they start worrying you, that is abnormal. And the mind has a big role to play in that. And anxiety, by far and away, is one of the biggest contributors in hypersensitizing the mind to the ectopics. So it's really important that you don't get too anxious about them. And as your anxiety levels wane, the palpitations will go away. Take my word for it, they will go away. All right. So anyway, that was it. I think the fight's going to start very soon, so I'm going to head off. Please feel free to message me on my website, and I'll happily try and answer your questions. I'm also on Twitter, and I now actually even have a Facebook page. So thanks very much. I hope you're watching the fight tonight. Team Pacquiao, that's me. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But good night, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.